This is part one of Jace's story. So, um, I was originally told that I couldn't have kids, so I was like a little devastated about that. But wait, positivity, right? For me, I have always been a person that loved children, right? I've always wanted my own children, but I had cervical cancer cells. So now I'll go ahead and tell you my story. It started with, I want to say 2010, beginning of 2010, when I found out I had cervical cancer cells. Now, on both sides of my family, there is cancer. So I just have the gene for it, and that's okay. You know why? Because whatever is for me will be for me, and God will see me through every trial, tribulation, and anything that comes my way. And that goes into my story like tenfold, okay? So I'm telling you this so that you'll know how to help someone near you that may be going through this experience. So from the end of 2009, 2010, and I am like a sophomore in college. And I am just like in this belief that I've been so, such, how can I explain it? Like I have been the straight and narrow. Okay. I could not believe that this doctor was telling me I had cervical cancer. I was like, what? What do you mean? It's a frantic mode. Okay. And pretty much what she was telling me was like, you have these cells, and if they become active, there will be cancer, cervical cancer. So I was like, okay, then what do we do? So we went about what procedures I had to do. So we did colposcopy. So what is a colposcopy? Colposcopy is where they take you in to do like a pap smear, right? And that pap smear, they open you up and everything like that, but they scrape your walls. They take samples so that they can measure like how, how active your cells are. So they can kind of keep an eye on if your cells are growing, if they're not, if they, if it has become cancerous, where you're having, like you're actually in stage, the first stage of cancer and everything like that. So I was like, okay, cool. So I did that for almost 4 years. And I just decided one time I was just frustrated. I was tired of doing these colposcopies. I was going home in pain. I just felt devastated. I still feel those feelings of how I felt leaving those appointments. And someone has raped my body from the inside, and they're trying to heal it with some mixture that they put in there to heal my walls. And all this information I'm taking in at one time, like I wasn't fully taking in all the information, because when you hear some bad news, sometimes you're focusing on the worst news. Okay. But she was telling me that my cancer cells were pretty aggressive, and that's why they made it where I had to take my colposcopies at least 2 to 3 times a year to make sure that we're not giving the cells enough time to grow, to become active, right? But nah, I told you I missed about 8, almost 9 months of not going to get colposcopies at all. So I missed almost 2. I missed 2, right? When the results came back, and I was just like crying, I was devastated. I was on the floor. I was like, and I'm there by myself getting this horrible news, It didn't feel good at all. I could be honest. I'm getting a little emotional thinking about it. But I just like, okay, I begged my doctor. I said, please do not stop me on treatment today. Please do not. I beg you to test me again. I have missed 1 appointment. 1. I beg you to test me again. And she said, okay, we usually don't, but because you have not been here for the last appointment, I will test you again. And nothing but glory to God, because I'm glad that I asked asked and begged and prayed for her to test me again. She tested me again, and when I came back in, she said, I don't know how it's possible that your cells were here spiking on the charts like crazy when you came back for your last results, and on here your cells have went dormant enough where we can freeze them. To freeze them. I said, thank you, Lord. Oh, that felt so good to hear that news. Because now, not only I don't have to come back for colposcopies, I don't have to do all these doctor's appointments. The only thing they had to do was right then and there, they froze my cancer cells. And I was all for it. I was like, I don't care what I feel after this appointment, but this will be done, okay? So they froze my cells. Now, my doctor did let me know every year I need to get a pap smear to make sure that they're abnormal again, that my cancer cells aren't that active, to pay attention to my lymph nodes, all of those things. So I have done that, right? And then I also, I have made sure, like, I have let my doctors know, even when I had my daughter, because that's another thing. Even after I had my kids, I had to let my doctors know ahead of time that I had cervical cancer cells that was dormant, so they can become active, especially with my body going through different hormones. Anything's possible. And so I'm telling you this to tell you that my story is unique, and I know that it will help someone, and I know there's other women out there. Huh, baby?
Do you need the door unlocked?
You can lock it. I'm almost done, okay?
Okay, Mom.
Thank you.
Can Daddy get in your room?
Yes, but can I finish my video? So, I am telling my story so that other women can feel comfortable with taking care of themselves as well, and recognizing that it's okay to be, upset. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be scared, but lean not on your own understanding because that can be costly to your life when there's these kind of situations. And I'm truly thankful for God's grace and his favor for keeping me, because you know what? 4 months after finding her, I found out I was pregnant with my son. Now, isn't God good? I have a beautiful baby boy, and I have been cancer free for almost 9 years. None of my tests have come back, and I've had a pap smear every single year. None of my tests have come back where my cells are active again. None. If you don't hear my story and see my testimony and don't see God working, whew, baby, because I know I do. And I'm so thankful, okay? I'm sorry, y'all, I'm emotional. But I am so thankful for God allowing me to experience motherhood. Allow me to have these experiences with my family, because a lot of my family members did not survive cancer, and here I am. So I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope it inspired and warmed someone's heart. And I'll give you a part 2 to tell you about Jace, because God is funnier. You tell him your plans and he'll sure make you laugh, because he already know. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope you like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, I'm just being me, essentially Mika, okay? And I just want you to know who I am. So I hope you enjoyed. Bye.